My name is Andrew Chambers, and the hardest thing that I've ever had to tell somebody was that I was having thoughts of suicide. I remember talking to one of the girls that was a prostitute in our neighborhood. I remember talking to her one day and talking to her about Jesus, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing here. And she was like, man, I've been on the streets for 7 years and I got all I need. Like, I got my money, I got all I need. Why do I need that? I stopped because I had nothing to tell her. I'm a Christian and my life sucks right now. I realized when I couldn't tell her why she should follow Jesus that I was in trouble. I'm giving my life for this right now. I'm giving up everything, and I don't even know if it's true. I was scared to research this, because I'm like, what if I find out Jesus really isn't the way, and Jesus really isn't real? And everything I'm doing, everything I've grown up with my entire life is fake. I couldn't feel anything anymore. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I didn't want to pour in. I didn't want to go to Bible study. I didn't want to go work with kids. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to hang out with friends. I didn't want to do anything. I remember distinctly laying in my bed for hours a couple of nights thinking like, I'm going to hell because I can't believe and I want to believe. And so that went on for a little while, and it just drove me deeper and deeper into despair. I was driving down the road one day and I was like, I could just turn my wheel over into this trailer truck or go off the side over here, and this would be a lot easier. Like, I've never experienced depression before. I'd never experienced anxiety like that before, fear, suicidal thought. I never experienced any of that. So I didn't know what was going on. And I told my parents, I was like, I've been having thoughts of suicide and I don't know what to do. I have no clue how to fix it. And neither did they. There's this pastor that had spoken at Service Over Self, and so I knew somebody at his church, and I called. I was like, hey man, I'd really love to spend some time with Jonathan. I'm just going through some stuff, like, can I get some time with him and ask him some questions? So we were sitting at a bar having a beer, talking about Jesus, which was just weird for me, because you don't do that where I'm from. You know, you just don't drink and talk about Jesus. You don't drink at all if you're a Christian. And he's kind of like telling me his story a little bit, and I'm kind of asking him about, like, I'm like, hey, well, like, what about Adam and Eve? Do you think they were real? What about, like, young earth creation or 7-day creation or this old earth creation, whatever? And he finally stops me and he's like, hey man, like, these questions that you're asking, it's not wrong for you to ask these questions, and it's not wrong that you're a thinker. But let me tell you something, like, I don't know the answers to all of them, and I can't fix you, and I wonder some of these things myself. But what I do know is that I've met Jesus. And when he said that, my soul, I'll never forget it, my soul leaped. I had hope, and I all of a sudden knew what I was searching for. And it was to know Jesus, and it was to know God. And I was honest with God. I was like, I need to get out of here. And the you that I see in the Bible, the you that I see overseas in other people's lives, like, is not what I feel like I have. I believe God's much more than what we've made him to be. And I want to go find him. One of my favorite passages ever is the psalmist talking to God, and he's like, you hold me by my right hand, and afterwards you'll lead me to glory. And I feel like that's been my life.